What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my kitchen. Today on the menu, I got chicharrón de pollo with white rice and red beans. I got the ingredients in the back ready to go. Let's start cooking. I'm gonna start off by making the white rice. All right, so to my caldero, I'm gonna add 4 cups of water. I'm gonna turn my burner on to medium heat. For me, that's gonna be 6 out of 10. To my water, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. All right, next I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt. All right, so now I'll go ahead and mix that all in and bring it to a light simmer. All right, now I'm gonna add 3 cups of washed rice. So that's 4 cups of water, 3 cups of rice, and I'm using extra long grain rice. Once you add the rice, go ahead and mix it all in and allow it to simmer for about 5 minutes. Once your rice has been cooking for about 5 minutes and once the water is fully evaporated, go ahead and put the lid on it. Drop your heat down to the lowest setting. For me, that's a 1 out of 10. And you let it cook for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so now that the rice is off cooking, let's get started on the beans. For this recipe, I'm using Goya red kidney beans. All right, so I got my pot heated to medium heat, and I'm gonna dump the entire can of beans inside the pot with the water included. I'm going to add an additional half a cup of water. To the beans, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my homemade sofrito. I'm going to add an additional cup of water. Now we add the dry ingredients. Next, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of tomato sauce. Next, I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of honey. Go ahead and stir that all in and bring it to a boil. Once your beans come to a boil, go ahead and add potatoes. I'm adding 2 small golden potatoes. So once you add your potatoes to the beans, go ahead and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the potatoes are fully tender. I just checked on the rice, it's been cooking for about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna turn the burner off on that. Now let's get started on our fried chicken, or chicharrón de pollo. Alright, so I have 4 diced up chicken breasts that I cut into small cubes and I marinated overnight with all the ingredients that you see on the screen. It's best to marinate the chicken overnight for the most flavor, but if you don't have the opportunity to marinate it overnight, try to marinate it for as long as you can, as many hours as you can in the day. Alright, so the beans have been stewing on the stove for about 20 minutes. I just checked on them, they're finished, so I'm gonna turn the burner off on that. Alright, now I'm gonna do my dredging station. I'm gonna start off with seasoning my flour. Once all the ingredients have been added to the flour, go ahead and mix everything in. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my chicken, I'm going to add it to the egg mixture, and then I'm going to add it to the flour mixture. All right, once your chicken is fully dredged in flour, go ahead and fry it. I'm using a deep fryer, but if you want to use the stove, go ahead. All right, so the rice, the beans, and the chicken are done. Just go ahead and plate. All right, so there you have it. White rice, red beans, chicharrón de pollo. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Let's go ahead and try the chicken. Yo, the chicken, so juicy. You gotta let your chicken marinate overnight. It gets packed with flavor and becomes delicious. This right here, delicious. With some more. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and I'll see you next time.